When you fall in love deeply, you might die soon. Let me explain. My Bentley! You see, everything in the world, whether there's things or people, you can either own it or you can rent it. What I'm talking about is ownership. I don't really want to say people can be owned. Like, we're not slaves, right? You can either own it or you can rent it. You either have ownership or you can have the right to use. When you have ownership, that means you have the right to use. But you don't have to have ownership in order to have the right to use. For example, you can rent a car, you can rent a house, you can rent an apartment, you can even rent a girlfriend if you want to. The problem is when people force ownership. Like maybe you try to force something to work. Maybe you force your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife to be in love with you. Whenever you force people to do something, or when you force some kind of ownership arrangement, it never works out. It will never ever work out the way you want. And you're gonna be frustrated and you're gonna die soon, right? So what I'm saying is that don't confuse ownership and the right to use. Even with people, sometimes I get along with people, sometimes I don't, and it's okay to leave them. I'm not talking about just, love affairs or romantic relationships. I'm talking about employees, staff, anybody in your life, all right? You don't have to force it. You never get really good result if you try to force it anyways. So I have no emotional attachment to anything. I'm not emotionally attached to my cars, my house, to people, my girlfriend, my wife, whatever. I'm not attached to them. If they want to leave, that's okay. If my wife wants to leave, that's okay. Maybe somebody else can take better care of them, and that's totally fine. When it comes to business, you also cannot be attached to your business. For example, there's something, maybe a project you love so much, maybe there's a product you love so much, but it's not making money. It has not made any money in the last 15 years. You gotta be able to say enough is enough and let it go. Because when you love something so deeply, you're gonna die soon. If you love something so deeply, maybe it's a product inside your business that you love so much, you won't kill it. That's gonna kill your business. So take some fucking action. Understand, as long as you have the right to use, it's good enough. And don't get too attached to a product or a project, especially if it's not making money. Don't be a fucktard.